What's going on, everyone? So, this dream, I had a dream about our school taking us on a field trip. This is another field trip dream, and we went to a cursed mountain haunted by a cursed hot witch. Okay, so this dream I actually kind of remember, and I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a canyon or an arroyo, yeah, or a canyon, yeah, but it's going up, and we follow this canyon and that stuff, and then like on the left side, and like you go down, there's like a little ditch and that stuff where you have to go where the water passes. But what's crazy is there's a treehouse on the top of like this mountain. It's like a canyon, and there's a treehouse on top, but it's like a dam, like a Hoover Dam, not a Hoover Dam, but it's like a dam or like that stuff, and it's holding water and that stuff. And but yeah, I don't know why it was cursed by a hot witch. I don't really remember specifically that, but what I do remember is I had a bandmate, and my bandmate, him and his kid tried to fix the treehouse, so like to fix the Hoover Dam and that stuff, but a water flood brought the whole place down. And then just as a joke, I pushed my bandmate's son kid into the water as a joke, but I guess like my bandmate wasn't really too cool with that, so he knocked me down for paybacks, messing his kid up. So I mean, I totally deserved that in the dream. So yeah, the witch cursed me. The witch cursed me. Fucking hot chicks, more like a blessing. But I was dreaming, so it wasn't real. So basically later on in the dream, so basically the witch curses me at one point in the dream where she's like, I put a hex on you and that stuff, and you'll be cursed with forever hot chicks surrounding by you. And I'm like, that's kind of a blessing, but I don't know the problems. I'm pretty sure there's problems within that, but I didn't write them in the dreams. But I'm pretty sure problems would be dealing with them 24/7, nagging and all that shit. So pretty much, yeah. So I can see why it's a curse. But anyways, besides that dream, the canyon, the treehouse floods, the dam floods, the whole thing falls, and obviously as it does that, I try to push my bandmate's kid in the water, and then I get cursed by a witch. So a hot witch cursing me with hot chicks forever. So that's that dream. All right, here's another dream. So at 23 years old, I'm gathering. So I feel like I'm 23. I'm 25 now, but at this dream, I'm 23. I'm gathering my old hockey team back, and I brought some old players back. And we were late to practice, and the new coach, we were late to our practice, first practice of hockey, and our coach was mad because we were all late and we didn't have enough players to compete anyways. But for some reason, it was still fun. It was like old days at the youth center, like snowmobile or something. I don't know what the heck I'm saying. Snowmobile. I guess the snowmobile was there. Obviously, snowmobile's gonna be there. And then like we had like foosball games there, air hockeys, and then we played some ping pong. But we called this game pain pong or sting pong. It's like you go clockwise. You have four players and you go clockwise, and then whoever misses it, you have to hit the person with the ping pong. It's like loser gets hit with the ping pong. It's pretty fun. But yeah, it just brought back some pretty good memories of just being at the place. But I was depressed, but I'm still depressed. I don't have hot women around me like the future promised. So I guess I was really happy in the dream, but the only thing that made the dream suck was that I was with no chicks. So I guess that's why the dream sucked. Anyways, I had a dream there was a Halloween party in Santa Fe at outside of Meow Wolf. Meow Wolf was closed, but there was a Halloween parade throwing candy and glow sticks, but no acid. Okay, so I remember this dream specific. I remember this dream a little bit. Like I just remember standing outside. It was kind of like dusk and that stuff, and it felt like it was Halloween. Which it says it was Halloween. It was a like a parade that started from Meow Wolf and went down the whole Santa Fe. But what's crazy is like so during the parade and that stuff, and while people were handing glow sticks and candy, I'm trying to catch up with a couple of friends, and then for some reason I lose my friends, and I think that they go up this like staircase and that stuff, and I end up in someone's bedroom. Yeah, so I climb up these stairs, and I enter this room, this window that looks like a door, and I enter it, but it's actually somebody's room, and I'm like, how the heck did I get in here? So it's kind of crazy. And I do this, and I run into the room just trying to catch up with some friends that I lose. But I lost them, and I ended up in, I guess, to be specific, I ended up in a black person's house. I don't know why they were black, but I don't know, they just were in the dream. They were going to call the police until I told them about the parade. So they were gonna call the police on me. You know, they're all like, "You're a burglar, get out of here." And I told them, I'm like, "No, no, no, I got confused. I lost some friends. You know, just went up here trying to look for friends, and there's a parade outside." And it turns out that it's happened to the person at least 4 times. Like somebody's accidentally walked into their house accidentally. I'm like, "Geez, dude, maybe you should get better security system or something." But it happened to them before, 4 times before. Okay. And then, anyways, somehow I end up in Taos. I don't know how. I end up in Taos, and there's a whole Halloween dungeon in the plaza. So it's kind of crazy because it's like where the bathrooms used to be downstairs, like in the middle of the courtyard. There's like bathrooms down there, and if you go down there, like for some reason it was unlocked, but when you went down there and you took a right, there was a big statue of Medusa, just like scaring you, and it was kind of scary, honestly. Like like to see like a huge statue of like just Medusa standing right there, and it was on the right side by a hiding corner of the wall. And then as soon as you pass the wall, or as soon me and my dog Stacy went on the second floor. So I guess you can go up the stairs, and first where we saw a little replica. So we went upstairs and we saw a little replica of like the first Zelda game and another. Like it was like a whole, like, what do you call it? Not monument. It was like, it's like a whole area based off of the Zelda game, and like like the dungeon in that part. And it's like we're on the second floor, and like the whole floor is just a Zelda room, and it's pretty cool. Like how it looks and that stuff. Let's see. We're on the second floor of the first Zelda game, and another room with the pirate casino game. And for some reason, in the dream, like in the room, there was like a pirate casino game, like a couple of them lined up, and there was a couple of arcade games, including a motorcycle game that you ride on a bike, and there was a dragon display behind a cage. Yeah, so instead of like Medusa, there was another cage, like a metal bar, but it was a metal bar. This time, Medusa's like free, so she can attack you. Well, not really, she's a statue. But there's like a gate. It's like not a gate, but a cage, and it's holding a dragon, like a huge freaking dragon. And it's pretty crazy. And it's like another room replicating the crust. And there's another room that replicates the Krusty Krab, from SpongeBob, and with Larry, SpongeBob, Squidward, Patrick, Sandy, Gary, Mr. Krabs, Pearl. The side was blocked. Yeah, so for some reason the side was blocked, so nobody could enter like that stuff. I mean, obviously you can like jump over the things, but it's blocked with like gates that, or not gates, but like metal bars that say that you can't cross this area. And for some reason I accidentally moved the gate, so me and Stacy would take a shortcut, which I stopped by. So like I tried to move the gate because yeah, you had to go, because the gate blocked the area, obviously, that you're not allowed to go to, but it also leads to the exit and that stuff. And it's like I didn't want to go all the way around just to leave the place, so I moved the gate and I went through. And then like to try to take a shortcut, which I got stopped by this chick and this stuff like that I knew from a long time ago. But she's saying that I owe her a date. So this is weird in the dream. So like it happens a couple of times, but for some reason I was stopped by a girl and she said I owed her a date. And then after walking back to the 3 passages, realizing the middle room was a forest, a Scooby-Doo paintball room. I don't know why there's a Scooby-Doo paintball room, but there was. And we went right, a 2-story Harry Potter theme museum. It was a 2-story Harry Potter theme museum. It was just a bunch of people dressed up as wizards and like with wands and shit and that stuff. Like some people were there from the Santa Fe parade. And then there's these 2 twins that were wearing tuxedo shirts, and some man kid, I don't know why I said man kid, says, "Dang girl, that tuxedo though." I'm like, "Dang girl, that tuxedo." And for some reason, I said, "What do you mean the tuxedo? It's dem titties." I don't know why I said that, but that's what I said. Turns out it was just people I knew. And oh yeah, so one of the people on the twins was like, you owe me a date. So I said that thing keeps coming back. I don't know why. I got cursed by a hot witch, and for some reason, all these other hot chicks that basically that I knew back then are now telling me that I owe them a date. Works for me, man. But that's the end of that dream. Then I had a dream I could go through doors and walk and see shiny lights glowing, floating in the air with no light bulbs, plus a yellow room with a chair and a wooden table and a window with the doors or with tile floors. So I don't really remember having a. Oh yeah, okay, I do know this dream. So this dream, I had a dream where I can walk through doors. So this dream actually is like a really old dream, and I'm actually kind of happy I remember it. So what was cool about the dream is when I was like 4 or 5, I had this dream that I went into my aunt's basement, and then I walked through the wall, but the wall just had like a curtain you can open, and there's a door on the side, and you open it, and then it leads you to this like glowy room that I can see lights. Like it's like glowing lights and they're just floating. It's not orbs. Well, they look like orbs, but they're just floating in it, or glowing lights, and it's like different colors. Like they change from like purple to blue, like those light colors and that stuff, and it really feels like ecstasy kind of want to say, or Molly kind of tripping, like it really felt pretty good going in that room. And I kept traveling through different rooms and that stuff, and I can walk through walls and like travel through different rooms, which were like different dimensions, but it was just like portal to a whole new area. And then for some reason I end up in the back rooms, and this is why I say it's I end up plus a yellow room with a chair and the wooden table. So it's like an episode of American Dad. I don't remember what episode, but it's an episode where they going down like levels, and then you see this yellow room in like the area. But for some reason that room was so connected to me when I was like 4. Like it felt like it was a square kitchen room, and there was tiles on the floor, and then the room was yellow, and there was like a wooden chair, like a table and 2 wooden chairs, and outside was a window of just like green clear grass and like maybe a tree or something like that. But that room was so specific towards me, like it was just a yellow room. It was specifically yellow, and I don't know why it was specifically yellow, but this was a dream, so it was pretty interesting. But that's pretty much all that I can remember right now. So until next time, peace.